Is Nike running out of ideas? Let's check out some City Edition leaks. If you've been living under a rock like myself, there has been NBA jersey leaks. I'm even super late to this game. I know somebody's gonna ask, when are these gonna drop? I have no idea. Historically, they drop in November, but if I do catch wind, I'm gonna post it. I'll let everybody know, so stay followed. Let's check these out. Starting with the jersey they announced way earlier this year is the Nets jersey. Brooklyn Nets, they're working with Cause, which is an artist. I don't claim to know art stuff, but I don't know. It kind of looks a little kiddie. Like I said, I'm not a big art person, but I think this is gonna kind of look nice when you actually wear it. I don't know, it's something different. They're doing a collab drop, so just looking at this, you got Nets, kind of fuzzy looking font. It looks like a, a really loud camo. This is an authentic run, of course, that they're gonna advertise this one. Cause at the jock tag, and it's gonna be a funky looking camo. Next, Chicago Bulls. So this looks super plain. I don't know what's going on with this one. They ran out definitely ideas. I feel like last year was underrated and I thought it was really good. This one, Chicago, just runs down the left side, and then you have 8, which I feel like there's a lot of blank space in this jersey. And then you can see above the jock tag, Madhouse. I think the team store is called the Madhouse. There might be more history on this, so I'm not claiming to know anything. So you got Madhouse on there. This one, Mavs and the Chicago ones, they look kind of plain. Okay, kind of really plain. Just look at this. You got Mavs across the chest, the old kind of like script. 77, of course, Luka Doncic. And then when we take a look at this, I don't know whose signature this is. That's above the jock tag for all of the Dallas Fort Worth. So representing the city. It looks like here it's in retail stores, so these leaked from some, probably likely an employee that they have it already stocked up and they're just waiting to kind of like drop these things, but definitely kind of on the plainer side, so that's an easy pass for me. Detroit Pistons. So Detroit Pistons, it looks like orange and some black, and then on the side trim, I mean, I like the script. Little cursive script, jock tag, CD, Chuck Daly. That's dope. They have a signature, so it's a throwback and like tribute to Chuck Daly, which is a coach for them. And then you can see here, you got the bones with the basketball in the middle. That's kind of sick. Bad boy Piston era type kind of feel to it. I like the little design that they're adding, and it's a Chuck Daly tribute. San Francisco. So with this one, Golden State Warriors, you can see the font kind of like curves a little funky. So this is to represent the Lombard Street. I live in the Bay Area and I've probably been there like physically once. I don't give a crap. I'm never on that side of the town. That's the rich side of town. So it kind of has that windy road. You've probably seen in a bunch of pictures. It's definitely using City Edition and taking it literally, which I've always liked when they actually represent like the city. So Lombard Street, you got that there, and then this is an authentic run, so it looks a lot nicer. The Swingman probably is going to look super plain compared to it. You got the cable cars right on top, Golden State Warriors. I think that's dope. I think that's gonna look nicer on court than seeing the pictures. So this one leaked on Media Day. I mean, Media Day is, they're showcasing all their stuff. So you hear Fred VanVleet, H-Town. Shout out to Casey Vitelli for doing these like high-end renderings. So this is likely what it's gonna look like. H-Town across the chest. A little plain, but I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like maybe in combination with the shorts, but what was Houston's last year? They didn't even have one. They just reused one. So here, Indianapolis, I don't know if this one's been floating like in the internet. Yeah, I wish there was just more pictures. So we'll see what this looks like. But Indy across the chest, you got some kind of like sublimated patterns. I don't know if it's green. It might be, but we'll see. This is not a jersey leak, but we kind of get an idea of where it's going. You got LA Clippers. You see LA right there. Gonna go navy blue, and then they got the baby blue on there too. So it might be a fire jersey. I don't know. But then again, I'm biased just because I love navy blue. So I think that one's gonna be fly. This one, the Lakers. They've used this kind of like design in the past, and then I think they brought it back 2022 as like on the warm-ups. It kind of has like that pyramid style triangular font, Los Angeles. I don't know. I mean, look, this looks like a Swingman version, but see, shout out to sportslogos.net for kind of like piecing this together. But 2022, they had this on the warm-up, And then 1962, that's probably why it stayed hidden for so long. They didn't bring it back for like 50 years or 60. I don't like the design. This one, Memphis Grizzlies. So Ja Morant, hopefully he can get his stuff together with Derrick Rose being on the team, which is gonna be dope. It's like past, future together. Shout out to Casey Vitelli again for doing like a rendering. M, that's an M, that's supposed to be E, and then H, Memphis. Very, very basic. I would still rock it though. Then we got the Miami Heat. Another dark colorway jersey. You got heat across the chest, but you got culture, heat culture. Repping Miami. There's a gradient change, and then you could see here, I can't really read that one, but so it looks like they kind of got a gray here. So they got a gray design. It kind of has like that stone, kind of like marble look to it, which I like because it's different, but I don't know how I like it together. I don't know, I'm on the fence on this one. So on the side, it says hardest working, best conditioned, most professional, which the Heat organization, it represents them. Maybe culture's throwing me off, I'm not sure. Then we got the Milwaukee Bucks. I feel like they're going Blue Lake again, and man, I don't know. I don't know what the story is. This one's kind of been floating around the internet. It kind of looks similar to years prior. They got green trim now, but we'll see if this is a legit thing. If it really comes out, hopefully there's some kind of backstory to go along with it that like makes it a City Edition jersey, but running out of ideas. Minnesota Timberwolves. I thought this was one of the better City Edition jerseys that came out. So they're doing like a play on the Great Lakes, since Minnesota is like bordering all that stuff, but you could see that sublimated design, kind of like what the Warriors had with the flower. The baby blue looks sick. Land of a Thousand Lakes, so that's gonna be on the jock tag right above it. Water splash right in the middle, and then they also have it in the back. This is definitely like probably one of my favorite ones that I've seen so far. So this one stems from the Knicks' media day, and it looks like someone saw this right here, this piece. It looks like an old Knicks uniform. It could be a classic edition jersey, because I mean that's what I'm like feeling from this like rendering. We don't know for sure what it's gonna look like, but it looks like an old Knicks jersey. We got the Phoenix Suns. They are really milking the Valley kind of like word mark or like text. So instead of having it say the Valley, El Valley, supposing that means the Valley in Spanish, don't quote me, but they got the turquoise back. So with the whole Native American colorway, they did that. And then you see the gradient change. This one's a Swingman version here. You can see the side trim, which is gonna look sick. This design here, quite interested in what that looks like. Get this. All right, so you got the turquoise, you got the orange, you probably got like, they've been using really vibrant colors, so I can't remember the meaning off the top, but I think this might look super sick, especially in an authentic run. Next, we got the Kings. So this one I am really keen to, just because it kind of like plays off like the old kind of like jersey designs and just mixing different features. The contrast in colors, and then it looks like they have Kings logos throughout the year. I feel like they're playing it off of what the Nets did with their old logos, so it possibly could be this. Not quite sure. I think it's gonna look fly. Then we got the Toronto Raptors. So right here you got Dennis Schroeder on media day. So with the OVO colorways that they work with Drake, it's usually black with gold trim, which is a nice colorway to be honest. So now they flip it. Toronto across the chest, kind of looks like old Toronto jerseys, but flip colorways with gold base and then black trim. I think it looks kind of nice. Let's see what the side trim, if they add anything cool to it. Only picture they got so far. Then you got Utah Jazz, pretty much reusing the mountain ridges and stuff like that. Utah across the chest, kind of has that classic edition vibe. Yeah, last year they used the old classic edition, so this might be their City Edition, or I don't know. Pretty much they're reusing it. They're beating that horse right here, and just milking this design for what it's worth. This one's a shorts leak. You got Washington Wizards, and I don't know what's going on here and what the backstory is, but I'm very interested to see them wear a darker colorway. All right, so initial reaction. So what I've noticed, I think there's a lot of jerseys using the black colorway. So they went with like a sleeker, darker colorway, and then using different colors to make things pop. I don't know, there was some like really plain ones. So if that's gonna be really Chicago's and Dallas's, just because the pictures come from like retail stores, those look super plain. Those are gonna be easy passes for me. I think Heat Culture, I don't know, I'm not really into that one either. The Ja Morant one, I kind of like. In all honesty, I think it's kind of plain. Like there's nothing to the design that I could off these pictures. I'm really interested in the Minnesota one. Anthony Edwards, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a target for me. The Kings one, I think looks actually really nice, but I don't know. I can't think of anybody in Kings that I would like willingly want to get. The Valley one might be very interesting. I'm really interested to see what the Clippers have, just because that navy colorway, I'm biased. And then plus there's like really dope players on the Clippers, so we'll see how that one goes. And Milwaukee, just I feel like if that's it, drop the ball on that one. I might want to check out the Brooklyn Nets one. I'll get a Ben Simmons one. And it'll be worthless, but let's just see what other jerseys drop and what actually get released and what is official, which probably comes in sooner rather than later. So yeah, what do you guys think about some of these leaks? What are your favorite ones and what is the worst ones? Let me know in the comments, and hey, thanks again for watching. On to the next video.